Hi everyone and welcome to Club2 Episode 16 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM22 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, we've finished the first half of our season. We've played everybody home and away. Now the league splits off and we play the remaining 5 members of the top 6 along with ourselves for the rest of the season to determine who's going to win the actual championship. And at the moment, we're sitting top. Can we stay there? Let's find out. Welcome back to Ballinamallard in Northern Ireland. So, the league has split, as I say, into 2 halves, and the top half play each other for the rest of the season, the bottom half play each other for the rest of the season, and so we are in that top 6 bracket. So the remaining 10 matches that we have to play in this second half of the competition are always going to be tricky because they're against the better sides. And today we come up against Armagh, who currently sit in 3rd position. They are 6 points behind us, as our second positioned odds as well. So we do have a bit of a gap just showing up just at the right moment, to be honest. It's not a bad situation to be in. And that's partly because since the last episode, since you and I were together last, if we go to the schedule page, you'll see that the last game you and I played together was the Ballyclare draw at home in the league. We've since played them in this new section of the competition at home again, and we got our revenge on them for holding out for a draw last time. We beat them comfortably 2-0. We played a friendly match in between the 2 fixtures as well, because there was about a month where we didn't actually play much football against Finn Harps, who are from the Republic of Ireland at a similar second-tier level. We got a 3-3 friendly draw against them. And one of the reasons why I feel that we won the Ballyclare match was having had 3 draws in a row. I just changed a couple of the players in the starting lineup just to freshen it up a little bit. I feel like we're going to have to rotate a little bit more just through these next section of fixtures, not just to keep everybody healthy, but also just to keep things fresh a little bit and keep the impetus of people wanting to come in and impress and improve the side. So I feel like that's going to happen a little bit. And it did in the last game. So we're actually going to mostly keep what we played last game because we need that momentum. The way it's going to work through the next couple of episodes, we've got today and then another 2 episodes to finish off this season. And I'm going to play the 3 teams directly behind us as we currently speak. So today it's Armagh, who sit in 3rd. Next episode will be Ards, away from home in the middle of this section of games. And the 3rd one will be the final game of the season. 4th place Dundela are the opponents there. So those are the 3 matches we're going to play to see if we can stay top of the table, which we currently are, and take this championship and actually move up a division, which is far beyond my expectation for this season. I was hoping for a 3rd place finish. It looks pretty good at the moment, although we're still just holding out just a little bit from actually proclaiming ourselves as champion because there's a long way to go. And as I say, only playing the rest of this top 6 means that there are some very tricky games still to play. So let's see how we get on in the first of those for today against Armagh. So we've basically made 3 changes to the starting lineup. 1 in defence, 1 in midfield, 1 in the striking position. So in defence, we've changed our right back. I just felt like Sean Smith, who is our normal right back, has just gone off the boil slightly. So Willis comes in and plays for him today in that right back position. In central midfield, we've given a chance to Holder, a holding midfield player who in ratings terms, 7.3, has done pretty well for us this season, but has been kept out of the starting lineup quite a bit by McKee. But again, McKee has just gone off the boil a little bit. 6.83 average rating so far this season. Has done okay for us, but just at the moment need a little bit more from him. So Holder came into the last game and played very well, so he retains his position. And the other one up top, the strikers were not really finding the net as regularly as I'd like them to. We've got 4 that we're choosing from. We've got Banda, McGlynn, Kelly and Shearer. Shearer has gone on a really long run. run of not scoring a goal. So he's out of the reckoning just at the moment. And Kelly just went off the boil, as I say, again, in the last few matches. Didn't quite have the same impetus about his play. So I brought McGlynn back in, who actually started the league campaign this season for us in the starting lineup. So he's back in. Hasn't set the place alight. And I think, actually, Kelly got a goal from the bench last time out. So we're going to keep him there just for now. If he does it again today, then he'll probably find his way back into the starting lineup, because that's how you can do it. Play well when you get the chance and you'll get back in the lineup. But for today, because we won the last game, because we've got that little bit of momentum from it, we're going to keep the same team. There's a couple that maybe are just a little bit tired, but hopefully we can get through this game and then we'll shift it around again and give a couple more players a chance. But so for today's match against Armagh in the league, we're going with Hogg in goal, Willis at right back, Curry at left back, Black and Morrison in central defence, Grayson Holder in central midfield, Crook on the right, Burns on the left, and Banda and McGlynn up top, with a bench of Armstrong, Smith, Brennan, McLaughlin and Kelly. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So naturally, because of the win in the last game, we've gone with pick up from where you left off last time out. Basically, why wouldn't we do it? It was a very, very good win for us. As I say, Kelly came on late in the game and got a second goal to just completely put it to bed for us in that particular match. So hopefully we can expect something similar for him today if he gets the chance later in the game to come on. But for now, we focus on the starting lineup and we'll see whether we can break down a fairly stubborn Armagh side. Sitting in third position, they're always going to be a tricky opponent, but all of these games are going to be tough. As I said at the beginning of the episode, because we're now just playing the other members of the top six for the rest of the season, this is what you get. And early in the game, 9 minutes in, all the pressure was coming from Armagh. They worked it from the far side on the left-hand side right the way across to this right-hand side, took their time, dropped it back into midfield, and then found a very good ball into the box, which just put us on the back foot a little bit. And the defenders dropped off rather than going and finding the ball. And it just gave them a lot of space to work in. Is there an offside decision? I didn't think there was, and there isn't. And it was a decent effort, and the goalkeeper couldn't scramble across into that far corner. And unfortunately, Armagh do go 1-0 up. And they had the early pressure. They've had 5 shots at goal, only 2 for us so far. Burns on a free kick for us, and it goes over the top of the bar or wide of the post, probably both, I think, and ultimately doesn't challenge the goalkeeper at all. And again, we've got the issue that I find a lot in FM22, to be honest. Maybe it's just probably me more than anything else. Getting those conversion ratios up and getting shots on target is proving tricky for me at the moment. And then even more so, getting the strikers to actually score in the goal is even trickier, it feels like. But we'll get there somehow. Curry on the ball, drops it back to Holder. I've been impressed by him, Holder, having come back into the starting lineup recently. He's done pretty well for us. We lose the ball there, though. The goalkeeper chose to go long. McGlynn gets it back. Banda on the ball, onto Crook, and he has a go at goal, and the goalkeeper comes out enough just to close down the space. And the ball gets sent wide of the goal into the side netting in the end. Their goalkeeper goes long. Curry accepts the ball for us, drops it back to our keeper Hogg. Can he find a better way out for the ball than he did last time out? He goes to McGlynn, straight over the top. McGlynn rolls the defender and then puts the ball in the back of the net really well. And that's what we're looking for from McGlynn. He started, as I say, he started the season really quite brightly and then dropped off enough for Kelly to take his place. And now he's come back into the starting lineup. This is what he needs to do to keep his position. He rolled the defender brilliantly well. And the defender just was found in no man's land and then made no mistake with the ball at the end of the run to put it past the goalkeeper. 1-1, and we have come back into the game in terms of chances created. I'd still like 1 or 2 more on target out of the 9 that we've got. We've only put 3 on target, but we are coming back into this game. And again, it's another highlight for us. McGlynn on the ball, drops it over to Burns on this left-hand side, gets it back from Curry into the box, and he should have cut it across the 6-yard box, shouldn't he? He tried to put it past the goalkeeper, should have cut it across, but it goes out for a corner. Corner comes in, they get it cleared out for a throw-in, so we can keep that pressure on just at the last few minutes of this first half. The final whistle for the first half does now go. And we came back into it. It was a slightly sleepy start for us. They got off to a good start, but we came back and got 10 shots at goal, 4 on target. I'd like that 5 or 6, to be honest, on target. That's just me being a bit greedy, possibly. But that's the sort of conversion ratio that I'm looking for, if I can get it. 57% possession of the football, though. A much better XG rating than they've got. Over double theirs. So we are in this game now, all of a sudden, where at the beginning, for that first 20 minutes, we seem to be struggling quite considerably. So we're going to pump the fists. Still, the scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game or the number of chances we've created. So keep going. We'll get there eventually. I believe that at the moment. I think the momentum is in our favour. Unless, of course, they do something fairly drastic at half-time to shift that momentum, I think we'll be okay. So we're going to fire them up at the beginning of this second half as well. Having had a positive team talk, a positive end to the first half, can we keep that moving in this second half? So far, 5 minutes in, quiet. There's no highlights for anybody. We've had a shot at goal. I think they have as well. But nothing to show from it. And then Holder gets a yellow card. As our holding midfield player, that's something that we have to be a little bit aware of. The free kick comes in and the goalkeeper parries it away and booted clear. And McGlynn gets the ball and holds it up nicely to wait for support. And then, unfortunately, Burns gives it away. I'm just a little bit concerned about Holder in that holding midfield role, having now been given a yellow card. But both of their central midfielders, I think, have as well. And they've just substituted one out. So at 70 minutes, I think we're going to have to do the same. I don't want our engine room to be struggling with a red card. So we'll bring Brennan in. Excuse me. You can see that this group of players is a little bit tired, which is a little bit disappointing considering we had about 3 or 4 weeks where we didn't play much football and we played a friendly match in the middle of it and then we've played one competitive match since coming back. You'd hope that they'd be a little bit better than that just at the moment. But that's the way it is at the moment. Burns and Bandon not having a good day in the attacking third. So those are the players that we're going to take out to see if we can change things up. McLaughlin comes in on the left. And it'll be Kelly coming back in the striking position. Can he get another goal from the bench? Let's find out. We've got 20 minutes to play. I think we're still in contention in this game, definitely. It's just about who can take the chances now. A long throw goes into the box. It comes back to Curry. Grace with a long shot, and it grazes the crossbar, I think, on the way through. Doesn't challenge the goalkeeper, though, but a long-range effort just shows that we're still attempting to put the pressure on. And again, a throw-in down the left-hand side, and that's a brilliant chance. And Crook eventually gets the shot at goal, but it's blocked by the defender. And we win it back again in midfield. And Willis, the right fullback, has a wild shot. That goes so high and wide. Utterly ridiculous, really, how bad it was. But with 10 minutes to go, the pressure is beginning to tell. Can we break them? Let's go from the positive to the attacking mentality. Let's demand more for the last couple of minutes of the players. We've got a corner kick again, and it's again cleared, and they get a chance to counterattack. Look at the space that they've got for the counterattack, but they messed it up. Grace intercepted the ball very, very well. Read the game brilliantly, and we're working it down the right-hand side. Kelly gets to the byline, tries to put the cross in, and it doesn't quite make it. And again, they boot it clear in our back line. Black and Morrison sweep that one up for us, and then we lose it in midfield. And fortunately for us, Morrison and Grace win it back again. This is the chance. One more chance. Kelly through on goal, and he puts it away again. Twice in 2 games from the bench. Kelly comes into the team, and that is a fantastic thing to have in your arsenal, to be able to bring somebody on like that from the bench. McGlynn, the goal scorer, sets up the second goal. It's a lovely run through from Kelly just off that defender. Takes it slightly wide of the goalkeeper onto his left foot and slots it home for 2-1. And we've got 3 minutes to play, and we're going to potentially take 3 points here unless something drastic happens at the end here. And we get a corner kick, and we get it headed against the crossbar and then out. And that gives us a throw-in down this far side, this near side, should I say. Willis long into Kelly, gets the ball back again out for another throw-in. All the pressure coming from us. The seconds are ticking away, and there is the full-time whistle. And we come from behind, from 1-0 down to win 2-1. And you can see that it all changed after about the first 20 minutes. We then properly got going. 22 shots at goal, 8 on target. I'd like that a lot more. 13 shots maybe out of 22 I'd like on target, really. But a 2.09 XG rating, 57% of the possession. That is not a bad away performance at all built around a very sturdy backline. Again, the goalkeeper and the back four played very well. Crook on the right did great. McGlynn, 8.1 average rating, star of the show. And that is 3 very valuable points. So the first thing to say is that was McGlynn's first goal in 15 hours of football. So you can see that we have been really struggling to get enough goals out of our strike force, because Patrick Shearer, the fourth of our 4 strikers, is going through exactly the same sort of thing at the moment. So Banda with 11 goals and Kelly supporting him is as good as we've had for a long time. So McGlynn getting back on the score sheet, hopefully that's going to open the floodgates for him. He's going to stick around in the first team, and we're still going to have Kelly as that impact substitution at the moment. So that's pretty spectacular. The second thing to say is that on that particular game day, Ards kept pace with us. They won their game as well. So they're 6 points behind still. But the gap between us and Dundela in fourth is now 12 points. And that is really valuable, because these second and third positions was what I was aiming for this season, to try and get into that playoff spot at the very, very least. And I think at this point, with a 12-point gap, we're pretty much certain at least of a playoff spot. But now with a 6-point gap back to Ards at the top of the table, we've got to play them twice for the rest of this season. So it's still all to play for. But I'm really happy with how it's going. But you can see in terms of goal difference, they're on a plus 15 odds. We're on a plus 10. We need to up our goal difference still, even at this point. But ultimately, it's about the points gained. And we are 6 points clear of them at the top of the table. And I'm very, very happy with that. So if we go back into the fixture list and see what we've got. We are coming back for that Ards game, a big, big match coming up in the very next episode, away from home against second place Ards. And then following episode will be the last game of this current season with Dundela, unless we have to go into a playoff spot, of course. But that's for another day. For today, we celebrate a brilliant win. Back-to-back wins in the league against Ballyclare and Armagh have really set us up very nicely. What are you suggesting out there at the moment? Are we a shoe-in for the playoffs? What do you think about the actual title itself and going up as automatic champions? What do you reckon? I think we're doing okay. I'm not going to claim it just yet, excuse me, as my voice goes a little bit, but Ards coming up next, we'll see how we do. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it as always. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That'll help us get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.